Greetings from the past, my fellow time travelers, and welcome back to another episode of The Ladder. My name is Ty, and let's see what's going to shift. I knew it. Blood. A lot of blood. So what's going to happen? Well, I think I broke it. Yep, I broke the journal. That's not good. That's really not good. Let's see if I can fix this somehow or whatnot. Ah, fixed it. Woohoo. That would have been good. Together, Ashton and Isabella carefully made their way downstairs. However, instead of a hallway, the kitchen greeted them instead. Before they could understand what was happening, it slammed shut behind them and the whole mansion had started to shift. In every nook and cranny, over every surface and in every inch of the floor. This time, unlike the first one I've seen, it remains, and gradually the whole room begins to reek of that familiar metallic scent. Sharp and suffocating. Ugh. Around us, every object, including the cupboards, have started to rattle as well. The sounds from outside, foreboding, rumble of thunder, and even the howling winds have begun to fade away, replaced by the whispers, shouts, and cries of pain. Though inaudible, each beat and note bombards every crevice in my head with vague images and sounds. There's no time to make sense of everything, however. I'm already shouting, fueled purely by adrenaline, barking orders and making a break for the door that leads out of the next room, the dining. It should take us straight to the foyer, where the main door is.
Move! Run!
Right in front of us, the mansion has started to change, and we're in the thick of it. However, instead of the dining room like it's supposed to open to, the bedroom welcomes us instead. An image that lasts only but seconds, before blood begins to seep into the room. Ugh. Filtering into the walls, trickling from every nook and cranny. Everywhere furniture shakes and every beam rattles. Before we can even step back from the horror gradually unfolding in front of us, the door slams shut. A loud thud bringing a sense of dread and chill creeping up in each of us. Along with it is another realization. The whole place is reordering itself. And with the door closing tight behind us, showing no signs of budging, even through sheer force, there's no choice but to go forward, and hope to all gods that it will lead us to the exit. Oh god. Until then, running's the only thing we can do, spurred by nothing but fear, and a sense of desperation to live. What's with Hana? It's been a long time since we've seen her.
It's useless, Ashton Frey.
Oh god. But with each room we pass, it only becomes apparent that the house has no intention of letting us leave. It lured all of us here and we've fallen for it. Now it's playing a little game with us. A sordid form of amusement. For whom? The laughters are the only thing we can hear. With every hall we cross and door we slide open, the hope of finding an exit merely dwindles. The gun at my hip is useless here. I am useless here. Some fucking genius I am. Some fucking person to trust I am. All of those, they mean nothing in the face of the unknown.
You finally figured it out. Huh, Ashton Frey. Just give it up.
Nope.
All of them will eventually die because of you.
Nope.
And you are going to die alone.
Nope.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You know it's true though.
Nope.
All of it.
Nope.
It's why all you can do is tell us to shut up. You don't want to hear a single word, because you're already aware of it.
Nope.
You can't even admit it to yourself. Who's the coward now?
You.
But no matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be able to save any.
The more gruesome the place turns, the bleaker our chances simply get. Wails and screams fill our ears as we pass by. Words from a time and people long gone, laced with nothing but pure agony, calling out, reaching out to us. Their voices almost surreal, as if we're not the only ones trapped here, that there are others begging for release from this wretched place. Or maybe it's all just a show? A taste of what we will eventually be? Souls forever held captive in a nerve-ending nightmare. In a never-ending nightmare.
Mother, I've done it, Mother. Take me with you, please.
She again.
Still hear her. She's here. Help me! Help me, please!
Is this what the curse is? What it means for all of us? That the latter not a morbid cry for help, but an invitation? A beckoning for unsuspecting souls to be dragged into this place's horrors? To be put under centuries and centuries of torment and agony? Suddenly, dying a painful death seems preferable, enticing than ending up here, living a tortured existence. Or perhaps it's all the same? Still, hope worms its way into me. Not a usual thing for someone like me. But after going through countless doors and corridors, every little sign of hope I'm willing to cling to, as long as it will get us out of here. We're back in the dining room again. How long have we been running? How long since we've left the kitchen? At some point, I've lost track of time. With the windows barred tight and the sounds lifting in the air, nothing but shouts and shrieks, it's impossible to tell. Not that it matters when an end is in sight. Oh. Shelves and furnishing bar the door, each stained with blood and gore. That if the situation isn't as desperate as it is, I will find a different way out. But there's still a gap left at the topmost part for a person to go through, as long as you use the shelves to climb.
It's an exit, all right.
From here I can spy the familiar walls of the foyer. Relief. Only relief washes over me. Although my legs have been strained, taut by all the running, and every bone and muscle in my body aches, there's only an easing. A sense of tension relieving while energy backflows through me again at the sight of an end. No sooner, I'm leading us out of it. Zack helps McCullough first, assisting her up and through the gap, before giving a hand to both Rebecca and Isabella. The moment the ladies are in, I nod for him to go through.
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
Surprisingly, he does that without any protest. Not that there's any need to. Sometime after entering this room, the whole place has calmed down. No wheels, no whispers. Just a silence too deafening. But I'm not letting my guard down until everyone's on the other side of this nightmare. Safe. For all I know, this may just be a calm before another storm. Without further incident, however, Zack makes it to the other side and I'm following after him. However odd this hush is, I turn my back from it and climb up. It's a tight fit, but I manage to squeeze myself in. If Zack fits through, you too. The unease remains though. Maybe it's the adrenaline still coursing through me, or how easy everything has been after living through that nightmare, fleeting as it is. But for some reason, something's still nagging at me. Call it a detective's instinct or my training or whatnot. I have a feeling something's going to happen and catch us unprepared. Unconsciously, before dropping down on the better side of this dream, my hand shifts to the gun at my hip. Instinct has never failed me before. My feet haven't even landed firmly on the floor when...
Had I known there would be a party in my
Oh,
own
damn.
home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or two.
Luke.
People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
Where are you? A chill seeps into every vein in my body. All of a sudden, every ache, every pain returns to me in tenfold and my knees threaten to buckle at the sound of his voice. Though it appears friendly, I know it is anything but. One does not spend investigating a man like him for over a year and holding a grudge against him for more without knowing everything about him. His quirks, his habits. I'm familiar with all of them. And right now, Luke fucking Red is beyond pissed. Shifting my gaze upwards is nearly too painful, knowing the danger. Not to me, but to those who have been lured in here by the curse. Oh, damn. Where's Hannah? for bloody... Oh my. The handgun catches my eyes first. Next to that smarmy smile on his face while he holds Becala, Zack, Rebecca and Isabella at gunpoint. It's sad enough to lodge a painful thorn up my throat. I've been too complacent. Too focused on other things that I've completely set aside the fact that the scumbag will not be too pleased to see us here without knowing our reasons. But even with those good intentions, curses and ghostly apparitions aside, we're still trespassing in his home. The question is if he's even aware that the whole of his household has somehow disappeared, and he might be the only one here. Likely not. Fuck. Even with people he knows among the crowd, there's a significant effort in him not to simply shoot everyone in sight.
And really, Daisy, even you, what would Kylie say?
Luke, this isn't what you're thinking. You have to listen to us. There's something going on here.
Well, obviously, why else would people be trespassing in my home? What about little Lily over there, then? What's your excuse? Checking back if your clients are doing okay? Is that it? Is this what this is?
We're doing good, by the way.
Sir, please.
Oh, please, what?
Becca's right, sir. We need to get out of this place. You need to leave.
Tut, not a good enough excuse, darling. You people are the ones who need to get out of my sight. Don't worry, I might consider pressing lighter charges for the woman. Can't say the same for the rest of you. But really now, I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
Casually, he waves the handgun and at them as if it's just a mere toy and his words are no threat. The safety's off on his. Nothing stopping him from pushing through with his words. Call me paranoid, but at the slight gesture I draw my own and level it at him. Finger on the trigger and ready to release the safety catch in case things go south. Oh damn. He is quick to train his own on me though, and just like that we're at standstill. Oh god, please don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die. After a long, desperate run in search of a way out, the house calmed down for some reason. An exit was finally in sight. Waiting on the other side, however, is Luke Wright. Oh god.
Now, Feathers. Manners. You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall! You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Shooting him right now will be so worth it, with the way he stares at me like I'm a damn pest. But this isn't what I've come here for. I'm not a murderer. As much as I loathe him, I'm not the kind who will kill people in cold blood for my own gain or amusement. The law will bring him what he deserves one of these days. At the moment, however, we're all in the same boat with this curse, and he needs to understand that. The longer we stand here, the more time we're wasting and losing. Something we don't have much of. But how can I convince him? The scum is so full of himself, prefers to hear the sound of his own voice more than those of the people around him, no matter how much sense they make. Probably only way I can make him listen is if I beg. No way in hell this is happening. Right. Maybe I should eliminate the immediate danger first and disarm him? That's a hard decision. I don't want to beg. Please, don't hurt yourself. I'm going to reload.
Sorry about this. I really don't have time for you.
I don't think twice. Within the span of a heartbeat, I'm moving and pulling on the trigger. Oh, nice. 2 shots in quick succession echo across the whole foyer and both hit their mark true. Wright recoils with a sharp cry of pain. His pistol falls useless to the floor with a loud clank, followed by drops of blood from his bleeding wrist.
Why, you insolent!
He's down in 2 successive steps when I tackle him on the floor, pinning him hard with my arm. Oh god. Although before I can knock him out with a solid right hook, an agonized wail bursts through the tense airs, loud enough to echo along the dark, empty halls of the mansions. Piercing enough for every occupant in the foyer to cover their ears and close their eyes. Then, all at once, there are images. However, there's no time to make sense of all of it. Amidst the discord and the noise, something whizzes past by, too close, too swift. A brief, keen blur that barely registers in my eyes, like an arrow quickly finding its mark and heading straight for—
Isabella!
What? Time slows to a stop. In one moment of clarity, my body moves on its own, heart pounding hard against my ears, blood rushing through every vein. Spurred only by adrenaline, in a desperate bid to reach her crouched, unsuspecting form, and I don't even get to yell for her a second time. I don't even get to call her name.
Ashton!
What? An acute pain bursts through my chest in the next instant. All of a sudden, everything around me feels too sharp. Every edge, every point. Even the act of drawing a deep breath alone stings and burns my lungs, while an intense ache slowly spreads throughout my whole body. Numb, I feel numb. A hand comes away bleeding, shaking, while I can only let out a wet, wrecked laugh. Soon, without warning, I'm going down on my knees, and the whole world is pitching sideways. An arm, warm and welcoming, is on me the second I stumble back, catching my fall. I'm going to fucking reload this! This is not going to happen! Oh my god, no! Oh! That's the worst! That's not right. I don't know when my camera... Oh no! That's even worse than Becca's stuff. Good job. Good fucking job. I ruined everything. Why do I need to beg? That's bullshit. Isabella has always been warm after all.
Ash?
Her hands are shaking. Her lips are quivering while she looks at me with wide, fearful eyes. I'm trying so hard not to cry. Tears have started to form at their corners, threatening to spill at any moment, and a pang of regret hits me at the sight of it.
Ashton!
Even for the last time, I can't even give her a reason to smile.
Hey, you're crying again. Don't give me that look.
Don't give me that look, I'll shut the fuck up and don't die there. How about that? Not wanting to risk anything, Ashton quickly disarmed Luke in 2 shots. But before he could move to tackle him, a wail echoed throughout the mansion. In the haze of memories and voices, he noticed something fly by, rapidly heading towards Isabella. His body moved on its own.
Told you. Doesn't suit you.
Cautiously, despite the stabbing aches shooting up at every movement, I reach a trembling hand up to wipe them away. Crying has never looked good on her after all. My arm never makes it far, however. Midway, she meets my hand, catching it in a light grip, as if she's all too afraid I might break. Though I already am. Just slowly. The pain is easing, everything's going cold.
Shut up, Ash! Don't move, alright? Stop talking! We'll get you a doctor! Someone! Just stay put! Just stay put, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'd like to agree with that on her. Reassure her. But I've gone through a lot. Survived a lot of shit. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that I'm done for. Whatever hit me, A hole to the chest is fatal enough. I don't think I'm going to bounce back from this. I'm dying.
I'm sorry.
I should be afraid in this moment. Yet, I'm not. No fear. No dread. Just an acceptance. And a deep regret as she appears before us, her voice echoing throughout the foyer. Hannah? At the top of the staircase, Hannah Wright stands. To make matters worse, that thing's behind her, menacing, a rotting hand wrapped firmly around her neck. She looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears. We nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Help me. Please.
I told you, didn't I? Everything you're doing is useless, Ashton Frey. And now you're dying. Meddlesome fool. Outside, another streak of lightning flashes and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. Here, there's only a whispered sigh, a fading breath, and a lone heart that beats hard one last time. She got one thing wrong, though. I did not die alone. Oh, come on, fuck you. I'm going to reload this. You know that. Receiving a fatal wound, the last thing Ashton heard before darkness filled his vision, is a mocking laughter echoing in the foyer. At the top of the grand staircase stood the ominous figure of Hannah Wright. You've unlocked a memory fragment. Let me reload. Let me reload. I'm not going to do this. Beg him to listen. My life's not the only one at risk here, however. There's Zach, there's Rebecca, there's Isabella. McCullough's here as well. We are all unknowing victims to this fucking curse. I'm in no position to pick who to save and who I should simply let die. I suppose my pride can take a few hits, and I can set aside my beef with this asshole. Taking a deep breath, slowly I lower my pistol. Though still on the edge and at ready, in case he does something, I do my best to assume a less aggressive stance.
Listen, Wright. I need you to...
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy.
Shut up!
Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already. In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now, and you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
Suddenly he laughs, almost howling in fact, like I've just told him the best joke he's heard all his life. The only thing missing is for him to kneel over and start rolling around the floor. All while I do my best not to suck him with the sorry end of my pistol.
You have guts, Feathers. You have guts. Did you hear what you just told me? You've just threatened me inside my own house. My own home. You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
He's red and dead, at least. I might have ended up like him, if I didn't have Professor, Andrew, Rebecca, Zach, and Isabella. One mistake, and it would have been too late for me. With his laughter rings all of those possibilities I could have lived, but have never been given the choice. All because I have other people with me. People who care. A sobering realization. But not so much when suddenly his chuckling stops. In 2 heartbeats, he marches towards me, grabs my collar, and aims his gun right at my head.
Ashton! Luke, no!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
At this distance, a slick flick of that finger on the trigger will be able to do more than kill me.
What is it that you people really want with me? This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game. Did the NCA send you to apprehend me, or has somebody paid you off to kill me? Which one is it, Feathers? Mind you, my arm's getting tired. Better answer quick if you don't want to beat the business end of this gun.
I keep my eyes trained on him. in spite of the huge threat he poses right now. Because if there's anything people like him, like us, prefer, it's honesty. You don't give that impression without keeping a solid eye contact.
I'm not with NCA. I'm just here to help. There's something else in this house, and we're all in danger. You have to believe me, right? You need to let us go. You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Why, you insolent!
His finger moves, but I'm prepared. My hand ready to reach up, disarm him, and knock him out. If I have to drag him out of this place unconscious, to keep him from suffering the fates of every other person who has died from this curse, so be it. However, before either of us can fire a shot or tackle the other to the ground, another voice echoes throughout the foyer. A small little thing compared to the storm raging outside. It rings above it, nevertheless, causing all of us to stop and turn. Yeah, we know that already. On top of the staircases, there stands Hannah Wright. To make matter worse, that thing's behind her, menacing. A rotting hand wrapped firmly around her neck. She looks like death. Pale and shaky, eyes red with tears. We nearly don't hear her as she pleads.
Help me. Please.
Outside, another streak of lightning flashes, and a clap of thunder ripples across the sky. As if this whole thing can't get any more fervor than it already is. That's better than the other one. That's way better than the other one. Holy moly! In spite of the danger Luke Wright possessed at the moment, Ashton lowered his gun and assumed an imploring tone towards the man he hated. Amidst the tense air, a voice suddenly echoed in the foyer. There at the top of the grand staircase stood Hannah Wright. Luke. Oh my god. Guys, that's the first episode. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel. If you're already subscribed, click on the notification bell down below so you can notified when I upload my videos. Share us on all your social media, and guys, we'll see you in the future. I'm back in the letter. High five. I need to take a break right now.